today's video is going to be a story time video, and it is really late. I have never filmed this late before, but I was like, let me just go ahead and film this story time video. But this one is going to be about when I first started college, and I'm kind of easing my way through life, which I already talked about high school. Now we're going to talk about college. So the story starts freshman orientation. Freshman orientation was like 3 days, and I met this boy. I met him the first day of freshman orientation, and I go to a predominantly white school, so it was no black faces in sight. Okay, he was the first black boy that I saw, so we instantly had that connection. And y'all know how it is when you in a room full of white people and you see another black person. It's like, what's up? Like, you had an instant connection. So that's what happened between me and him, and we became friends. And we found out we was gonna be living in the same dorms, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna hang out all the time, all this stuff. So yeah, I made my first friend in college. And if you didn't know, I'm a really big fan of Friends, the TV show with Rachel and Ross and Monica and Chandler and all of them. I'm a really big fan of that show. I love that show. So I always thought that when I get to college and stuff, I'm gonna meet my lifelong friends and everything's just gonna be perfect. And I really thought that my life would be like that. And it was kind of like that for a while, but it kind of took a bad turn. But anyways, so fast forward to move-in day. We moved in the dorms probably a month before school started, so we had a lot of time on our hands. And I met my roommate. Of course, I met my roommate on move-in day, and we just instantly clicked. We were like two peas in a pod. Like, literally, she was the best roommate anybody could ever ask for. If you guys watched my LA vlog, she was in my LA vlog. But yeah, loved my roommate. So I was like, yeah, I already have a friend here, and we started hanging out. So I'm gonna call the boy I met at orientation, I'm gonna call him T. So my roommate T and his roommates, I'm gonna call him C. T and C and my roommate Michelle and I used to hang out all the time. It was just like the four of us. We used to always hang out, and we got really close, and we just used to always like hang out and chill and stuff. So yeah, the four of us got really close, and we used to always hang out. What's that? Was that thunder? What was that? I'm hearing noise. Okay, so the four of us got really close, and we used to always hang out together. And this is where the story kind of turns left. So T's roommate C had a crush on my roommate. So like, he really liked my roommate. Like, he wanted to get with her basically. So I mean, like, I knew that, and T knew that. It basically wasn't no secret that he liked her. But one day we was just chilling in my room, and like, C had texted me, and I'm just looking at him like, why are you texting me and we're in the same room? But C had texted me like, yo, could you and T like go somewhere? I really want to spend some time alone with Michelle. And I'm just looking like, okay, all right, fine. Like, I'm gonna give y'all some alone time, fine. So I made up some excuse, and me and T left. T was already in on it, I guess. So we like went down to, I don't remember where we went. I think we went to the place where you play like pool and stuff. So we went down there. Probably like 10 minutes later, my roommate texts me like, where are you? Could y'all please come back? I don't want to be left alone with him. So I showed T the text message, and he just started laughing. He's just like, well, he really like her or whatever. And I'm just like, well, I don't want to leave her alone with him if she don't want to be left alone with him. So we ended up going back to the room, and it was just like mad awkward between them. And I'm just like, okay. So basically, my roommate thought that T's roommate was just like a creep. Like, she didn't we were still like hanging out as a group and stuff, but like she didn't really vibe well with him. So that was their situation. So my situation with T was that I don't know, I guess we like spent way too much time together because he really started to get on my nerves, and we used to argue a lot. Like, we used to argue a lot. When I say like, we used to argue basically every time we saw each other, which was every day because we basically lived together. And before y'all ask, like, it was not anything romantically involved with any of us. Like, I didn't like C like that. I didn't like C like that. Like, it wasn't romantic at all. Like, I actually was still talking to my boyfriend from high school. Like, I used to ask them, like I told y'all in my last video, my last story time video, like I used to ask them for advice and they used to give me advice. So we was just like friends. Like he was like, the way that he is, like, he's a very like, I don't know how to explain his personality. He's just very like nonchalant, I guess. Like, he's very like nonchalant. So like, if I would see him in the hallway, one time I saw him in the hallway and I was just like, hey, what's up, you know? He was just like, what's up? Like, he like stale faced me and gave me like an evil look. And I know he wasn't doing it on purpose, but like at the time, like, we obviously just met. Like, I didn't know him that well, so I'm thinking like, what I do to you, you know what I mean? So we get into the elevator and I basically don't say nothing to him. I put on my headphones and then I get out the elevator, and later on in the night he was just like, are you okay? I'm just thinking in my head like, you just stale faced me and gave me an evil look in the elevator and I didn't do anything to you but say hi. Like, okay. So our biggest argument was when one day we were on the train and I was playing with him, he was playing with me, he got serious, I got serious, and he moves from sitting next to me, he moves all the way to the other side of the train. Now mind you, was nobody else on the train but me and him. So basically it's an empty cart with nobody in this train, and you move all the way to the other side of the train because you don't want to be sitting next to me. So I'm just like, okay, you petty. You petty. But so we get off the train and he just started walking super fast. Like, he was walking like super fast, and I'm not about to like try to catch up with you if you want to walk like 50 miles per hour, okay? So he was walking super fast, and I'm just like, you really just gonna like leave me? It's dark outside, anything can happen between this train stop and our dorm. Like, you really just gonna leave me? So I guess he like slowed down, and I get in front of him, and this man sticks out his legs and trips me, and I almost fall like literally head first on my face, right? So bad. So when he did that, I was so mad. Like, all the stuff that he was doing to me that day leading up to that, it was just like done after that. Like, I was so mad, but I didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. It was just like silence from the walk to the dormitory. And on the elevator ride up, we didn't say nothing to each other. And we was going to watch a movie with, you know, our other friends. And we was supposed to watch a movie with T and my roommate. So we go into the room. It was like a study room, but it's like this big TV in there, and everybody would watch and hang out in there if you wanted to. So that's what we were going to do. We were supposed to watch a movie together, the four of us. And so as soon as we walk into that room and close the door, like, me and him just started yelling at each other, like at the top of our lunch, just like yelling. I'm sure like everybody on that floor could have heard us just yelling at each other. And I was just like the things he was saying to me, I was just like literally like looking back on it, I'm just like I don't even want to say y'all the stuff that he was saying to me. He was basically cursing me out without cursing. And you know, people who do that are the worst people ever. Like, people who curse you out without cursing, they on a different level when it comes to arguing. And he was not the person that you want to argue with, because he threw low blows at you. And yeah, like, it's always a point with a friend that you, it's always a line with your friends that you know if you cross that line, it ain't no turning back. And y'all just not gonna be friends anymore. And with him, he would cross that line every single time with me. So at this point, I was just done. Like, I was just like yelling and screaming at him, and I was just like yelling at him, like screaming at him at the top of my voice. This punk ass tripped me, and I'm just like going off, and he's like going off, like he's giving it to me as hard as I'm giving it to him, right? So this white boy walks in, right? And as soon as the white boy walk in, we just stop, like dead, like stop mid sentence. Because like we both the type of people who don't want to argue in front of strangers. Like, we're not gonna argue in front of this boy who we don't even know, right? So the white boy walked in and he literally was just like he didn't walk into some stuff, right? And the white boy would not leave. Like, he would not leave. And we both just looking at him like, bro, like, can't you see we in the middle of a heated argument, okay? The white boy did not leave. So he just sat down, went over there. And I'm just like, this is our room. Like, what are you even doing in here? Like, we used to always go into that room and like barely anybody else would go in there. So I don't know what that random boy was doing in that room. So basically, like 5 minutes later, C walks into the room, because like I was telling you guys, we were supposed to watch a movie together. So C walks into the room, and you can basically cut the tension with a knife. Like, it was dead silence. And C's just like, he comes in the room cracking jokes and stuff. He's just like, what, y'all mad at each other or something? And I'm not saying nothing. T not saying nothing. Michelle just looking like, what the hell is going on? And at that point, I just walked out. Like, I just walked out the room and I went back to my room. And Michelle followed me back to the room. And she was just like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, why is y'all arguing like this? So I'm back in the room trying to calm myself down. And I hear a knock on the door. So I hear a knock on the door. It's like bang, 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 bang. Yo, open up. Come on, Miriam. Let's talk about this. Like, it's C. He's just like, T's not with me. I don't understand why y'all was arguing like that. Just talk it out. We can get through it, basically. So I'm just like, I don't want to see him at all. And I didn't even open the door yet. I like looked through the peephole, and all I see is C, right? So I'm just like, well, I don't really want to talk to him at all. Like, and he's just like, you don't have to talk to him. It's just me. Like, just talk to me. So I opened the door. Guess who's on the other side of him? T, but I didn't see him through the peephole. So I'm just like, oh, hell no. Right? I'm just like, I told you I don't want to see him. I don't like, C just like, come on, let's just talk it out or whatever. And I just look at T, and he just look like he don't want to talk about it either. So C was just like, y'all friends. He was just like, y'all need to make up, hug, or whatever y'all got to do. I just gave him a little pat on the back, half hug. But basically, I was just done with that friendship at that point. You know what I mean? Like, we hung out a couple of times after that. But like, in my mind, I'm just looking like, I really don't like you no more. And you are enemy number one, okay? So at that point, I was just telling my roommate, like, you know what? We need to cut them off. Like, both of them, like, off. Like, C didn't really do anything to me, but it's a package deal. They both gotta go. Snip, snip, okay? So, my roommate was afraid because she thought C was a creep. T didn't do nothing to her. C didn't do nothing to me, but we was in this together. We had each other back. So, if they was gonna get cut off, we both was gonna cut them off. So, so we was just like, we not gonna talk to them. And if we see them, we gonna walk the other way. And so TC and our roommate and I used to always do our laundry together. Every Sunday night we would do our laundry together. So I was just like, dang, we gonna have to find another day to do our laundry. We gonna have to find another day to do our laundry. So we did it on Saturday night instead. And so I got my laundry and stuff. got my headphones on, doing my laundry. Guess who walks in the laundry room? T. He walks in the laundry room. So I pretend like I didn't see him. And I guess he pretend like he ain't see me, but I saw him see me, right? So I'm just like, ugh, that guy. He like, every time I would see C or T, I would like go the other way. Like they would be walking this way, I would go this way. You know, like I was trying to avoid them at all costs. But we kept running into him. But me and my roommate kept running into them. Like she would like tell me like, girl, I ran into so and so. And I'm just like, oh, I saw him again. To dinner before. Me and my roommates used to always try to make dinner because dinner was over at 9 o'clock and we used to have to run so we can make dinner. And we used to run so they can give us some dinner. So it's like around 8:55, right? So we ran to the lunchroom so we can get our dinner. And so we like sitting down eating and stuff. Guess who's already in the lunchroom? I didn't see them, but Michelle saw them first. And they both was like in the lunchroom over there talking to some girls or something. And I'm just like, ugh, oh my gosh, like let me hurry up and eat this so I can get up out of here so I won't have to say nothing to them. So, but I guess they spotted us from like the other side of the lunchroom or something. So they come over and I feel like it was C's idea to come over and say something to us because T was just looking like he don't want to say nothing. So C and T both came over to us and they was both like, yo, what's up? And I was just like, what's up? Michelle was like, what's up? Like Michelle wouldn't even look at them. So like they just basically just said hey and then left. Like they walked by and was facing this direction, Michelle was facing this direction, and they walked this way. And so Michelle was like, oh, awkward. And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, that was awkward. And then I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're coming back. Because I could obviously see them because I was like facing this direction. So I was just like, oh my gosh, they're coming back. So they came back and C was like, is y'all mad at us or something? Like, did we do something to y'all? And I'm just like, nah, I'm not mad. Like, you mad, Michelle? She's like, no, I'm not mad. And they was just like, well, what's been going on with y'all? Like, just basically trying to make conversation and stuff. It was basically C who was doing all the talking. And he was just like, well, what's been going on with y'all? I mean, if y'all want to hang out or something, just hit me up. And I was just like, yeah, I hit you up, you know, lying through my teeth, right? I'm like, yeah, I hit you up. And that was that. They left. And so like 3 weeks had passed by. We really wasn't talking to them. We was still avoiding them and all that stuff. But one night I just so happened to be in my feelings like I usually am. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I miss them. And you know, we were such good friends. And I just miss them, you know. And to be honest, like me and Michelle, like we really didn't make friends like that. We met a lot of guys, but you know, after a while, you know how guys are, like if you don't have sex with them, they kind of just like deuces. So that's how it was in our situation. So we didn't really meet like people who genuinely wanted to be our friends other than TNC. So so that night I was just like, I miss them. I want them back as our friends. And I was just like, should I text them? And Michelle was just like, yeah, just send out a group text message with all of us in it. And I sent out the group text message with all 4 of us in it. And I was just like, you know, I really miss y'all. Like I miss our friendship. We were so close. He didn't text me back, but he texted me back. And he was just like, you know what, like, I miss y'all too. I don't really know what happened between us either. Like, we were so close, and I just feel like y'all kind of played us a little bit. And I was just like, I know it seemed that way, but I just don't know what really happened. And he was just like, I wanted to text y'all, but I just didn't know what to say. And I wanted to talk to you, I just didn't really know what to say, and blah, 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 blah. And he was just like, basically, I want to be friends again, too. So that's what he basically said. Like, he wanted to be back our friends. And he missed us, too, right? So basically, that night, we made up in a text message. Woke up the next morning, went to breakfast. I'm sitting at breakfast. Michelle's sitting across from me. We eating breakfast. About to take, and my phone is laying down on the table next to me. All I hear is bzz, 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 bzz. My phone's just going crazy. So I look down at my phone, right? And it's just like this long message from C, like at least 4 paragraphs. The person who did not respond to any of the group text messages last night, right? So I wasn't really tripping why he didn't respond last night. I just assumed that him and T was together, but I guess not. So he goes like, nah. First of all, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? It's too early for me to be arguing, right? So he was like, nah, if y'all really wanted to be our friends, you would have made an effort. I went out of my way that day in the lunchroom to be our friends. You would put in an effort. And I'm just looking like, what? Like, first of all, I don't know who you think you're talking to. Second of all, I obviously did just try to put in an effort. I'm the one who sent out this group text message. Not you, me. Not you, me. So, and then I was like, third of all, you need to talk to your boy because last night, me and him made up, okay? So we're good. And Merriman really wasn't you. It was more Michelle. So she been trying to play me since the start. And I'm just like, okay, yeah. So T jumps into the conversation. And he goes, well, you know what? C is right. I had a little bit of time to sleep on it. And yeah, y'all really did try to play us. Y'all really did try to play us. Y'all really did do us bogus. And I don't understand. And I'm just like, but that's not what you were saying last night, though. But that's not what you were saying last night. You was all, I miss you, too. I want to be friends back again, too. Don't flip the script because your boy got into your head. No. So, yeah, that is the story. And the moral of that story is your life is not a TV show and it never goes the way you planned. Because if it was, it would have went the way I planned. We would have been the black friends, the black version of friends, and everything would have been great. What you guys gonna ask, do I still talk to these people? Because you always ask me, do I still talk to the people in my stories? And my roommate Michelle went back to California after that year. In my LA vlog, if you watch that, I have not seen C in years. Like, I don't know where he is. But if I saw him tomorrow, I'm sure he would be like, yo, what's up? Like, it really wasn't like that bad between us. And T and I are still cool. We talk every now and then. It's funny because we always talk about how much we used to argue back in the day. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this storytime video, and give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah, mwah.